With the announcement of WWE 2K19 last week and the cover star AJ Styles announcing the game, there's been a lot of speculations of things that could be added to this year to separate itself from last year's game. Me personally, I thought last year was one of the best games they came out with in the last 3 to 4 years, and I'm really excited to see what they can improve. But here are 5 things that they really need to add on to make this game one of the best. Number 5 is better DLC, which for those who don't know, that means downloadable content. Last year's Season Pass didn't give you many characters, and it kind of gave you characters that you kind of figured should have already been in the game, like Beth Phoenix, the Hardy Boys, and Rock and Roll Express, where they really needed in the game. There was a lot of DLC last year that could have easily been left out, and some people who should have just been on the game to begin with, and it kind of didn't feel like it was worth the price for it. So this year I'm hoping they will add at least 5 packs instead of 3, which last year was 4 superstars per pack, and also put on some new arenas or maybe some new creative superstar features onto each DLC, making it worth more value and giving you more content per update. Number 4. Now, speaking of the roster, there was 2 major things left out of last year's game a lot of people complained about, and that was the UK superstars. Tyler Bates and Pete Dunne did not make the game. Those are 2 huge superstars going in last year that we all thought were going to be in the game. The UK belt was in the game, but none of the Helders were. So this year, I think Tyler Bates, Pete Dunne, Trent Sevens definitely should all be in the game. Maybe even some more UK talent that we've seen capture the gold in NXT or even challenge Pete Dunne for the belt. Along with this, I think we need a couple more 205 Live stars. Last year, it felt like they just kind of were like, oh, you get to be in the video game, but you miss out. I think everyone from 205 Live should 100% be in the game. They did say that they believe everyone on the main roster will be included in the game. I don't know if that includes 205 Live because that is its own separate band, but I'm hoping it will. Number 3 is more to create a superstar. Now, my favorite creative superstars were 2009 to 2010. There was over 1,000 options per superstar you make. And they also took off the advantage of putting any kind of female attire onto a male superstar. Now, a lot of people may think that's weird, but there is a lot of female options you can put on the male superstar that really adds to your ring gear. And the same with the females, you can't add any in the male gear. So if you wanted to make kind of like Alita, you wouldn't be able to make her pants because it's only for a male superstar. So that definitely needs to get updated. Also, they did slim down the amount of face options you had, the amount of hair options went down, tattoos went down a lot. They took a lot of the fullness to create a superstar that would let you do whatever you please with it and kind of slimmed it down to make it more realistic. And I wish they would push off that realistic side and just give us everything back that we want so we could truly make an out of this top superstar. Number 2 is the road to WrestleMania. This is my favorite part of any WWE game that's ever been. With the elaborate storylines that you get to play that sometimes actually do come to life and some of them don't. But they're amazing to see all these different stories that you go through. And there are a lot of superstars you honestly wouldn't see come together. It's a fun time. You get about 5 characters to play through the road to WrestleMania. One of them is usually you create your own story and you go up against Undertaker. That is honestly the most entertaining part of the game. I wish they would bring that back. And the number 1 thing they need to add to the game, which is heavily hinted through Up Up Down Down, Xavier Woods' YouTube channel, that is GM mode. It has been heavily rumored that that will make its appearance in this game again. If you really think about it, Xavier Woods promotes a lot of video games, and with him just playing GM mode a lot, it kind of hints to it being in this year's game. Now, if you don't know, GM mode is when they give you 2 different brands, you get a certain amount of money, and you pretty much create the show. You create the entire year. You run the pay-per-views. They have live feeds. Superstars get injured. You make all the matches. It's kind of like Universe mode, but a lot better than Universe mode, pretty much. Universe mode, they throw everything together for you, but in GM mode, you do it yourself. So those are the top 5 things that they need to add on to WWE 2K19. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about my list and what you think should be added on to next year's game. Make sure to like this video and subscribe, because as always, more to come.